Thanks for coming back. This is part 2 of our silk reeling series, where we're going to start to get into a little bit more of the yin-yang side of silk reeling. I'm sure pretty much everyone is going to be familiar with this symbol right here, the talky diagram, the yin-yang diagram, a couple of tadpoles chasing each other. It is very deep philosophically. I'm not going to get into it here, but if you want to get into it, I highly recommend you do. For the purposes of our silk reeling exercise, it's really more just about the diagram and being able to fix that idea in our brain. We are going to be tracing that over and over and over again. In our previous video, we were working on circles. As you know from the diagram, the outside is a circle. For this one, we're going to start doing the little squiggle through the middle. And we're going to start off, as we did in our previous video, working on the YZ axis, i.e. the one that would be beside you and a wall. If you're walking down a hallway, this would be the wall beside you. That is where we are going to start working. That's where we are drawing our circle. I am going to turn 90 degrees. I turned that way last video. I'm going to turn 90 degrees this way this video. And what I'm going to do, starting out exactly the same way, palm is up. Now as I breathe in, this is going to be exactly the same as the last one. I come up to the top. And if I want to do the outside of this circle, I just keep going, breathing out on my way down, breathing in, the top and out on the way down. But we did that in the last one. This one, we're going to add the squiggle. And anytime we're adding the squiggle, there is a pattern to it. We go half circle, squiggle, full circle. You're going to hear me say that a lot. Get it into your brain. It's a mantra. You want to remember how to do this. So we start out at the bottom of our circle and we do a half circle. Up. Then we squiggle. So we squiggle through the center. Tracing out that yin-yang symbol. Then we do a full circle. Breathing in and breathing out. Half circle, squiggle, full circle. Half circle, squiggle, full circle. For our squiggle, I don't want you to get too hung up on the details. I don't want you to get it, absolutely perfect. These are more of like aspirational goals than what mobility probably technically is for you at the moment. It's more important to just get a bit of the idea going on. On the other side, half circle, squiggle, full circle. And you might notice that for the cardinal points, up, down, left, and right there, I'm still obeying the same principles as established in the last video where we were just drawing a circle there, where my palm is always facing into the middle. So if I start at the bottom, my palm is facing up. That's all normal. For the squiggle, I'm going to sort of fudge it on the way through so that I start coming down, but then it's twisting and rotating until I get to that bottom point where my palm is facing up again. Then I undo that, palm is facing into the center, into the center, into the center, back into the center. So it stays in the center, squiggle, center, 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 center. Then what we got to do is we have to do the opposite circle of this. The way I've been doing it so far is I start out with my palm up, fairly natural and relaxed. And I go up the outside, down through the center, and up and around. This is only giving me one particular orientation of the yin-yang symbol. The yin-yang symbol also can orient itself in the opposite way, where I'm essentially doing a backward squiggle and around the other side of the circle. And the way to do that is we're actually going to start with our palm twisted. So our shoulder is completely rotated. We're rotating that humerus bone. Our palm is facing up into the center. This is the same place that we end up if we go on the other side of the circle. So we're just going to start our circle from our yin. We're just going to start our silk reeling yin-yang symbol from this twisted position. And we breathe in, doing half a circle. We obey the formula, squiggle. And then we do a full circle. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, half circle, squiggle. Breathing in and out. Now, this is just the opposite yin-yang style. It's still going by the same formula, half circle, squiggle, full circle. Starting out twisted, half circle, squiggle, full circle. Half circle, squiggle, full circle. Once you have both of those circles down, both of those styles of yin-yang, I think of them as sort of like a positive and negative, a left and a right, clockwise, counterclockwise, however you want to conceptualize it. There's two yin-yang circles. You can go half circle, squiggle, half circle, squiggle, half circle, squiggle, and the whole thing just becomes one continuous exercise, which is just fantastic for loosening up those shoulder joints. Start out palm up or neutral, and you go half circle, and you squiggle. You do a half circle, and you squiggle. You do a half circle, and you squiggle. A half circle, and you squiggle. Half circle, squiggle. Half circle, and squiggle. Just like so. And you can just keep going and going and going and going. If you feel really adventurous, you can try both sides at the same time. Half circle, squiggle, half circle, squiggle, half circle, squiggle, half circle, and all the way around. That's running them the same way. You can run them opposites too. So those are just a couple of ideas for you, ways that you can play around with this. Play is definitely the key word for it. There is a part of Tai Chi that is very much working on fine details and being very precise about stuff. There is another part of Tai Chi which is just going with the flow and seeing how stuff goes, seeing how your body moves, see how it reacts. Play, have fun, see where you get stuck, see if you can get unstuck, how to get through it, and just keep working on these things, keep stuff cycling and moving, and have fun with the practice. Any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, fire them in the comments below. I'd be happy to try and answer them. Hopefully we're going to just be sort of repeating a lot of the same stuff on different planes as this goes, but giving you some more ideas and more stuff to play with. Again, only bump up against uncomfortable. Don't ever go into a point of pain. Just use these exercises to just smooth stuff out, and you will start to see gains relatively quick. Thank you very much for your time. Take care.